A little while ago, there was a lovely song by Jason Upton, which was called "This Garden's Gonna Grow," and he talks about how God plants a garden, and he cultivates it, and he develops whatever he wants to do in our life, and he's persevering with it, and it takes time. Time can move so slow, he says in the song, but this garden's going to grow. So maybe God's working in you. Maybe He's developing something. I'm at the lovely Red Catch Community Garden. Let's just going to give you a quick swing round. Here we are. Basically, I'm just enjoying some sunshine just before we have the lockdown again. So they'll do takeaways, they said, but not so much opportunity to sit here and enjoy the sunshine next few weeks, but great to be here anyway. Beginning of November, cool but sunny and beautiful. So is God cultivating something in your life, and what does that look like? And are you finding it a challenge at the moment? Is there some pruning to be done? What seeds is He planting in your life today? And God is described as having a field. Paul says, the Apostle Paul says, we are God's field. He also says we're God's workmanship. The Greek word sounds a bit more like we're God's poetry. God's creating something, He's forming something, He's crafting something in us, and He's causing things to grow. And John 15 says, my Father is the gardener, or vine dresser, so the one who's tending and working. In Isaiah chapter 5 it talks about God's vineyard. Quite often in the Old Testament it talks about Israel being like a vineyard. I think Psalm 80 says how that vineyard was invaded, and the enemies had come in and kind of broken down the walls, and they used to have watchtowers, they used to have walls to protect the vineyard and to stop the wild boars getting in. Wild boars will come and ravage the grapes. They're a real pest in the south of France, and God is interesting in cultivating. Gardening is always about fighting the bugs and the slugs, isn't it? In order that the crops are okay and they survive. And these guys are amazingly good at that. God is interested in protecting what is growing in you. So be like the gardeners here. Here we are, working hard, doing the best that they can to cultivate. And they have amazing stuff here. So allow God to cultivate stuff in you. Sometimes there's hard work. Sometimes there's a lot of sorting out to do. Sometimes there's weeding to be done. Sometimes there's ways in which He needs to protect you from all the pests and problems that start to happen. But anyway, this is the opportunity that you have. If you take that opportunity, allow God to cultivate something in you. Let Him be the gardener.